I guess in your opinion, what is the value in getting blood work done? And then what can we pull from that to be able to make changes in someone's diet day to day, whether that's for creating that baseline of health or actually pushing the envelope in terms of body composition changes?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's actually kind of funny because the whole fact that health is even a question in it, right? Makes us really wonder like what we're doing, right? So the point is, when we do our labs, really what we're getting is a snapshot in time. Some of them are like a length of time. Some are like the instant you got her done. But generally we get a snapshot in time of where we're sitting in terms of health from a, blood marker perspective. And so when people get their blood work done, really, getting a foundation of knowing what their blood cells look like. So the red blood cells and white blood cells through a CBC. That's good because that can predict some stuff that's, downstream that may be going wrong. Things like, cancers and stuff like that. Anemias, if performance is low. Also a complete metabolic panel, which then we can get our electrolytes and all of our, kidney function and everything else from that. And we should have a lipid panel kind of mixed within there so that we have our cholesterol levels and everything else. And then know where our blood glucose sits from a fasting perspective, as well as a, HbA1c, which gives us, a snapshot of several weeks. I call it the lie detector, basically, because you can always get a good blood glucose when you're fasting, but what's it look like on a day-to-day basis? And that's what HbA1c gives us. And if all those are in check, then there's not a whole heck of a lot that we have to look further unless we have some issues with, energy and problems getting moving in the morning and that kind of stuff. That could be thyroid or a number of other issues. But the point is that if we have cholesterol problems, if we have issues even slight with blood glucose, if we have inflammatory measurements like high ferritin or high HSCRP or C-reactive peptide, then our body is not as worried about your body composition as you are. Your body is going to work on trying to ameliorate the issue at hand that's causing those problems. And there's going to be a focus on that, and it's going to break down things through catabolism in order to support the areas of the body that need support from a health perspective. So it's imperative actually for us to make sure that our blood work is good on a at least yearly basis. For my pro athletes, some of them are getting done every 4 weeks, but that's because they're actually like doing unhealthy things. But it's imperative because really, if you think about it, your body is always going to be repairing, and your workouts are there to create a stimulus for repair. And that repair always super compensates. But if you're under extreme inflammation chronically, and you're not metabolizing glucose properly, and you have dyslipidemia in the face of all this, your body's going to be trying to protect its cardiovascular mechanisms and everything else, and really working to try and repair those at the same time. So you're definitely not efficiently getting to the end point that you want to. And so it doesn't take any more time to actually set things up so they're healthy. It just takes the knowledge to be able to do it and to actually go ride against the wind, because currently there's so much misinformation out there because it's the short-term plan. And there's a lot of shitty coaches that can't maintain clients for more than a few months. So they give them a few months of a shitty plan, and then they end up working with people from Prescript or whatever, taking the course, because they actually understand how to push them through whatever problems that were caused by the shitty plan. And so, it's funny because if you talk to any of our graduates from the program, they always say that they've made back in spades what they paid into the program, because they have that extra knowledge. And we take a team approach to the program. So anybody who's taken my course knows they'll reach out to me, and I will answer questions about their clients and everything else, because I look at them as my, the proteges that are out there actually spreading the good word and getting people healthy so that they can perform amazingly. And it works.
That's unreal. Yeah, and anyone listening, I don't know if you understand how valuable of a resource it is to have Dr. Jackson on the team. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely reach out, get in the course. You can interact with him in the labs, and you will then be his protege, which is pretty fucking cool.